should represent Israel when the new agreement with the United Arab Emirates is signed? This is a question Israeli officials are reportedly fighting over right now. Israel's intelligence agency, the Mossad, has apparently been quite active in negotiations with the UAE, and Mossad chief Yossi Cohen is actually traveling to the Emirates today, according to Israeli media. This is allegedly making the foreign ministry upset, who say they should be more involved in the historic agreement. Well, to break it all down, we have our correspondent Yotam Confino with us live from Tel Aviv. So Yotam, what's going on here exactly? I mean, the foreign ministry apparently feels left out from this agreement. Why?
Well, I think the best way to describe this is really a power struggle going on between the foreign ministry, between the Mossad, and between the National Security Council. And now the National Security Advisor, Mir Ben Shabbat, is apparently tasked with finding the right people for this delegation that is being sent to the Emirates. And it's a very prestigious job, really, to go here and sign this historic agreement. So everyone is trying to fight to get a seat at the table, so to say.
Now, Netanyahu, he's weighed in on this with a few harsh words to those who feel left out. What did he say?
Harsh, to put it mildly. He basically said in an interview with Israel Hayom today that Benny Gantz, the defense minister, and the foreign minister, Gabi Ashkenazi, were not included in these talks because he himself, Netanyahu, has been working on this for almost a decade, and they have only been in power for 2 months. And he was afraid that if he would include them, they would leak something to the media that would then basically go to the Iranians, and the Iranians would try to stop this from happening. So that's a major slap in the face to the foreign minister and to the defense minister.
Now, the Mossad is apparently quite active in finalizing this deal. Why is the Mossad acting as the mediator here?
It's quite interesting. The Mossad in recent years have really played a crucial role when it comes to clandestine connections with Arab Gulf states, especially Yossi Cohen. He has really made an effort to travel all around the Gulf, to Saudi Arabia, to Bahrain, to Oman, to all these countries that Israel really don't have, that doesn't have an official ties with. And this is apparently the Mossad's new role here, to mediate between these Gulf states and between Israel.
I mean, how unusual is it that the Mossad is playing a role in mediating a peace deal like this?
Look, it's not unusual that the Mossad is really in touch and in talks with all these nations. That is their job, to convey messages back and forth. But it is a bit unusual to play an active role in peace negotiations like this. But again, Yossi Cohen has really made an effort to make himself one of these key mediators. And he is a very, very close ally of Netanyahu, and he sees eye to eye with him basically on all matters here when it comes to foreign policy. So this seems to be a new role for the Mossad, really.